What is up, guys? My name is Christian, this is Garage 17, and today I'm going to give you guys an update on my 2017 Ford Focus ST. So, we have recently hit the 800 subscriber mark. Thank you guys for that. Those of you that have hit the subscribe button, liked the videos, commented, shared, all that type of stuff, I'm truly appreciative of it. And it's 2018, guys. We're not going to stop here. We're going to keep on making strides and grow the channel even bigger. So, definitely stick along for the ride. It's going to be a fun one. Got a lot of stuff planned for the ST, but enough of me talking about that. Let's talk about what I've done to my ST. Alright guys, so this is my 2017 Ford Focus ST in all her glory. This is actually not my first rodeo with an ST. I had a 2016 Ford Focus ST in black previous to owning this one here, but I got in a wreck with that one at around 5,000 miles, which sucked. But if you guys want to see how I got in a wreck with that one and how it looked after I got in a wreck, it actually was total. Definitely go check out the video. I'll put it on the information tab on the screen. The funny thing is about that car, I actually put a Cobb intake system on that car literally the day before or like 2 days before I got in that wreck. So I paid like 140 bucks, you know, for that intake system from a guy on my local ST group, and literally a couple days later it was destroyed. I spent 140 bucks on that, guys. That was 14 hours of hard work at my current job. I actually worked at Discount Tire at the time. But enough of me talking about my old ST. Let's talk about this new one here and the performance mods I have on her. So my first modification on my Focus ST was actually the Cobb accessport. I started on a stage 1 OTS tune. I actually picked it up from a guy on my local ST group. Picked it up for 300 bucks. I drove all the way out to Plano. His business is actually like a block or two away from Cobb Plano. Went over there, picked it up. He put the access port on my car and everything like that, so I actually got to drive it back home with the stage 1 tune on there, and it was honestly awesome. I felt like my car was so fast. I thought my car could be anything at that point, because I went from stock, you know, 200 something horsepower to honestly probably like the same amount of horsepower, but the torque was just a lot better. It was a lot more responsive. That thing was, it was honestly one of the best days of my life, because that was the first time I put a modification on one of my cars. This was the first car I've ever modded. So my next modification was a DIY ring riser kit. I have a whole video detailing the process of making the DIY ring riser. It was like a few screws, some washers, some nylon spacers, and you have yourself a $5 DIY wing riser kit. So if you guys are looking for a cheap mod to do, I definitely recommend that. And if you guys want to look at the video that I did over my DIY wing riser, go check it out so you guys can tweak it and make yourself a very, very nice wing riser kit. But like I said, I took the wing riser off. I didn't like how much it raised it. I want to raise it a bit more, but instead of, you know, adding more spacers, I said, just screw it. I'm going to get an RS style wing anyway and throw some spacers on that. So in the near future, maybe I'll make another DIY wing riser kit, but with an RS style wing. My next modification was a Cobb intercooler kit. So right now I don't actually have that Cobb intercooler kit on my car, but that kit consists of the 3.5 inch core intercooler and the 2.5 inch piping. Like I said, I don't have it on my car. I actually have the Depo Son of Beast intercooler on my car right now. It's a 3.5 inch core from Depo Racing, and the thing cools really, really good. You know, right now it's not cold in Texas or anything like that, so it's not really being tested right now. But once it gets hot, if you guys are, you know, looking for a review on that intercooler, the Son of Beast, definitely let me know down in the comment section below, and I will make sure to do that once it actually starts heating up here in Texas. My next modification I did on my ST was a 3-inch straight pipe from the Cat back. I got it done in my local muffler shop. It was like 150 bucks out the door, and they were actually trying to charge me a good bit for some exhaust tips, so I was like, you know what, I'm gonna just find some exhaust tips online. So I bought some exhaust tips online, came back, and ended up paying $125 for the actual piping. So basically in this exhaust system, you know, from the Cat back, I have 150 bucks in it. But I also have a DNA motoring Catless downpipe that I have on the car also. That was 140 bucks. So on this exhaust setup right now, I have under 300 bucks for my entire exhaust setup from the turbo back. And honestly, the thing sounds great. Some people may think it's, you know, a little too rowdy, it's a little too raspy or something like that. But honestly, I love the sound. But it may just be because I'm an 18-year-old and I like having loud cars. But, you know, I'll give you guys a couple exhaust clips so you guys can get a, you know, a good feel for that. If you guys are looking for a cool exhaust setup for cheap, definitely check this exhaust setup out. I'm pretty sure you can get a cheap exhaust setup at your local muffler shop for around what I got it for, 100 to 150 bucks. And then if you guys want to check out the DNA motoring Catless downpipe, like I said, definitely go check that out. I will put a link in the description to every single modification I have done to this car. If the listing is still up for whatever we have done, you know, to this car, I will definitely put that on there. But let's get into the exhaust clips. don't worry about my car, guys. When I did those exhaust clips, my car was already fully, you know, warmed up. It was already at operating temperature. So when I was, you know, doing all that with my exhaust clips, it wasn't like cold or anything like that. So don't worry about that. But the next modification I ended up doing on my car was a JST Performance 93 tune from my man Brian. He literally hooked it up with the tuning. As soon as this man gave me a base map for this car, the car ran so much smoother. It's nothing that I can say like, oh yeah, this car, like, it felt this certain type of way. It's something that you really have to feel. Your car just gonna feel so much smoother. Going from an OTS Stage 3 tune to this, even this man's base map for a 93 tune for my ST. It felt just so much better. And once he got me done with all the data logs and everything like that, the car ran so much better. The thing pulls really, really hard. And honestly, I can't ask any more out of the tuning. It runs great. She hits 24 pounds like she's supposed to. And the thing is a beast. But if you guys are looking to get a tune from my man Brian up at JST Performance, definitely go check him out. I will put a link to his website in the description. Definitely check him out. He will have your ST running really, really good, guys. So that is all the performance mods I have done to this car up to this point. Now I'm going to tell you guys about the little odd and end things I've done to this car. But the first thing I'm going to get into is these little DIY footwell lights I have done on my ST. So as you guys can see here, I have a DIY footwell kit, or whatever the hell you want to call it, that we have done. Me and my dad did this a few months ago. If you guys want to check out the video of us doing that, well, me explaining on how this was done. It's basically a LED light strip kit that you use for like your TV or anything like that, but we made it work for this application in your car. And I have this little, you know, little remote here, if I can get it to focus, this little remote here that I can change all the colors with. You know, I can just go in here, I can, you know, get them off, I can turn them right back on. I can do a little flash, little light show type deal. I can do a little strobe deal. You know, all that type of stuff. I think it's a really, really cool thing. And it looks really, really cool at night, guys. It looks pretty sick. But, you know, some people might say it's ricey, but honestly, I like it. I think it looks pretty cool. But thought that was worth noting. So we are in the engine bay now, guys. The first thing you guys may notice right off the rip, I have a different engine cover compared to the stock ST. This is actually a Ford Escape engine cover. A guy in my local ST group works for Ford, and he posted, hey, before I throw this away, does anybody want it? I was like, yes, sir, I will take that. Picked it up from that same night. I actually like the design of this one a lot better than I like the stock ST engine cover. You know, I like how this one says EcoBoost right there and has the indentions on the side. It looks very similar to the RS engine cover in my opinion. I believe the RS engine cover has like 4 performance going across here instead of EcoBoost, and probably some other subtle differences that I'm not mentioning. But I also have a RS air intake box. This is a direct bolt-in, you know, compared to our stock one. The only thing that's different from this intake box compared to our stock ST engine air intake box is ours is completely enclosed from the factory, but this one, you know, it has a little honeycomb deal on top and has this little rubber thing keeping it from hitting the hood and everything like that. And also, I didn't even mention this when I was talking about performance mods, I have a Cobb Air Filter. Also, if you guys are looking to mod your car, this is definitely a must-do, and it honestly makes the air intake noise a little bit more prevalent. That in combination with this air intake box, since it's open now, it just sounds a bit better, but I can't even hear it at this point because my exhaust system is so loud. But that is all the mods I have done up to this point on my ST. Alright, so that is going to conclude the update on my 2017 Ford Focus ST. I hope you all enjoyed the video, and those of you that are looking to mod your ST, I hope you guys will, you know, take into account the experience that I have had with my ST and the mods that I've done with mine. But we have recently hit the 800 subscriber mark. I mentioned that at the beginning of the video, so thank you all for that. I wanted to tell you guys that once again. But if you guys have not done so already, definitely hit that subscribe button and drop a like on this video if you're enjoying the content that I have put out. But that is really about it, guys. Hope you guys have a good day. Keep making moves, and peace out. Dang shit.